So good morning. So let's start with today's Murli. We are revising 1973. It's 11th April and a beautiful Murli, the song which started with Vishwa Parivartan, that is the world transformation. So let's see what Baba has to say in detail. Baba is trying to explain the various confluence which we have, the confluence between all the four ages, starting from golden to silver, silver to copper, copper to iron, but the most important confluence being the confluence from the iron age to the golden age, and that is what we call the Sangam Yuga. So I'll just share the screen so you all can see it. I'm sure it's visible now. So Baba says the present time is known as the time of transformation. And according to this present time, the transformation is definitely taking place in those who have become instruments. And on this basis, time is also going through a change. So it is we instruments and the time. Now it depends. It's quite intricate. Both these are interlinked. Is time changing, and because of that we are forced to change, which is not really a good thing. That's always Baba says. But since we instruments are changing, therefore time is changing, right? So therefore we say Swa Parivartan se Vishwa Parivartan, which means I am the nimit, I am the instrument for change, and because of which the time is changing, which means the golden age is coming from the iron age. So Baba is asking and Baba is saying also. So Baba first says time is a basis of transformation, definitely. So do those who bring about transformation, that is, who have become the instruments to bring about transformation, experience within themselves that transformation is taking place at every moment, in every way, that is in their thoughts, words, and actions. And this is known as the transformation which is of the ascending stage, the Charti Kala, as we say. So transformation does also take in the place in the copper age, but that is the transformation of the descending stage, Uttarti Kala. Whereas now at the confluence age, it is the transformation of the ascending stage. So according to this time, since the transformation is of the ascending stage, then those who are the images that are the main instruments are also definitely having such transformation. So Baba is saying that we are images, Murat. And then further down we'll see Adhar Murat and Uddhar Murat. Adhar means foundation or support, images of support, and Uddhar is benevolence. In order to, or rather you can say upliftment. So images of upliftment. So Baba says, do you feel that this transformation is taking place? And particularly, let us start with the very subtle three faculties, the thoughts, words, and actions, mansa, vacha, and karmana. So have you ever checked the speed of your transformation? Can it take place in 1 week, in 1 day, or in 1 hour? But overall, you would say that yes, transformation is definitely taking place. So speed of each one of us, the transformation of each one of us is very number wise. However, according to the time now, do you have the experience of what the stage of transformation should be? If the instruments, the Mahavirs, take time to bring about transformation in any aspect, then the final transformation must definitely also take time. So Baba is remembering the Mahavirs or the Maharathis, which means those effort-making souls who do a great effort and who are really courageous. So everything is depending on there because they are so powerful that if they take time to transform, the final transformation also will take equal amount of time. So consider the instrument Mahavirs to be the clock of the time. Samay ki ghadi adis Nimit Mahavirs. Just as a clock clearly tells you the time, in the same way, the Mahavir children are also a clock. So, does the time seem close or far away by the clock? Hmm. You can see in the Rajyoga picture also, clock. It's just about to touch the 12 mark. So, you yourselves are the clock and you are those who check as an observer. So, is the speed of transformation fast? This is the final transformation through which even the final world transformation will take place. At present, very little transformation has taken place in you. So there is little transformation in the situations of the world also. And this all of us have experienced in COVID. First of all, COVID came. That was a big paper for us. Why did it come? Because as Baba says, that the fire of destruction will be blown, or it will sort of come from the fire of tapasya. So all of us did very good tapasya, therefore COVID came. And once COVID came, all of were just home, all of us were homebound, everything from home. And so therefore we had a good time for tapasya, and therefore since the Brahmins worldwide had done so much of tapasya that we were experiencing the waves, the first wave, the second wave, third wave, so on and so forth. So these waves which came were because of our severe tapasya which we did. So Baba is saying that little transformation has taken place. So COVID gave us an example of that. However, now what is the sign of the final and complete transformation through which you can understand that this is the final stage of transformation? In calculating the years to the stage of the present transformation and seeing the sign of complete transformation, how much time now remains? Baba is asking us this question. There should be such transformation that it emerges from everyone's lips that there is total transformation in this one. In terms of transformation of the self, how is it possible to bring that so that it is visible in my form, in a natural way, all the time? At present, it isn't in a natural way. At present, that sparkle is visible in your effort for a very little time. And a natural form stays all the time, and so is therefore the sign of complete transformation for all time. So, what is the sign of complete transformation? Sampurna Parivartan is being all the time and being a part of your nature. So, it's your natural form. Each of you knows the main sanskars of weaknesses which you have. None of you have passed completely in any one stage, though you may have passed to a certain percentage. So reason for this is that in every aspect, the main sanskar, which you call your nature, of each one should be visible as though it was one thing previously, but now is no longer the same. So you can see Baba is really, in this Murli, Baba tries to tell us what is the problem, why is there. So today the present problem Baba is saying is you are not complete. Your transformation, complete transformation is pending. And what is the reason? Because it's not natural, it's not all the time, and that's because something else comes up, and that's our sanskars of weakness. So it should be there visible all the time. You can speak amongst yourselves of one another's main sanskars. This one is very good in making effort, but from time to time, this sanskar of his stops him from moving forward. And we all of us are very well aware that all of us have this one or two sanskars which really we feel, yes, that is still there in me. It should come out, or I could be able to give up so that I can really become complete. So until there is this complete transformation in those main sanskars which constitute our nature, complete transformation of the world cannot take place. It will be a different matter when there is total transformation in everyone, and that will, of course, be number wise in the result as well. However, for the special images who are the basis of transformation, which means as I said, the Murats, the special Vishesh Murat Atmai, the Mahavirs or the Maharathis, the ones whom you call them, as I said, Mahavirs or Maharathis, transformation is essential in those instruments, special instrument souls, so that no one ever says that this one has had this sanskar from the beginning. Because your present sanskar of transformation becomes so evident in your nature all the time that your previous sanskar is fully hidden. And this is why it is even now visible to a percentage. When this is neither spoken about nor visible, which means your old sanskar is not seen or not spoken about, then it is called complete transformation. Whilst if there is the slightest trace remaining of that, that wouldn't be called complete transformation. So you would not ask the Maharathis about ordinary transformation. Maharathis, Baba said, are special images, they are special souls. So everything, the effort they make, the service they do, their Purusharth, everything is special, not ordinary. It reminds me here that I think day before yesterday it was a Sakar Murli, or sometime in the last week. Baba was saying that you souls are not ordinary. You are not sadharan. Though you look very ordinary, but you have an extraordinary potential. And sort of, I must say, from today's Murli's perspective, that the world transformation is dependent on we special souls. So, are we Maharathis or Ghodeswar or Pyade? I hope you know this. Ghodeswar is the one, the horse riders, and Pyade is just the soldiers. So, Baba always says these three categories of effort. The best, maybe not very good, the least one, and the medium one in between. So you would not ask the Maharathis about ordinary transformation. So the stage of transformation of those who have become instruments for world transformation will definitely be higher than that of others. And so should that type of checking be taking place? So Baba is saying that you're a Maharathi, you'll have taken the title. Shouldn't you be doing that checking accordingly as well? So the difference of day and night should be visible. And it's because of this that you are remembered as the lucky stars. So I hope you remember Baba in many Murli speaks about three different stars. Lucky Sitare, that's what Baba is saying today. Second is Umeedon ke Sitare, that is the stars of hope. And third is lucky stars, lucky Sitare, Umeedon ke Sitare, and I think I'm not able to remember the third one. Let me get back to you. I think I should come to me at the end, or someone can type in the chat box. Of course, so now Baba is looking at the galaxy, the space, and telling about the stars, the sun, and the moon. Of course, the sun of knowledge and the moon of knowledge are in their own stages, but it is the name of the lucky stars that is glorified as the ones who bring about total transformation. So it's fully on the lucky stars, on the stars, which means we Brahmin children. I'm sure you all know the sun is Shiv Baba and the moon is Brahma Baba. At the present time, in a physical way, everyone follows all of you to take power through the yoga of intellect, to follow in performing elevated actions through the yoga of intellect. The mother and father were the instruments for that. But who would be followed in the corporeal form? Those who are the instruments. So become such an example of transformation. So mother and father instruments would be Mama and Baba. So those who are the instruments, so become such an example of transformation. There should be such a gathering once or twice a year. The gathering of every time has its own transformation of the ascending stage. So just as every year that has passed has had love, relationships, and cooperation. So in our Sambandh Sampark, which is in our relationships, we have love and cooperation, Sneha and Sayog. Baba always says this, that all Brahmins are 100% pass in the subject of love. So, in the same way, can we say that about, in Baba's words, the stage of our ascent and transformation? So, have we fully passed in that stage as well? Full pass. So, now the complete stage should be visible in a practical way. So, this year it is essential for this transformation to take place in a special way. This Murli Mindwell is of 1973, and Baba has said in that year itself that it should be a year of complete transformation. You can imagine now we are reading it, I think around 50 years later, exactly 73 April, and now we have just entered May 23. So 50 years have passed since then, but have we really become complete? So now they have gradually started dropping bombs deliberately in order to bring about revolution. Haven't they? When you come to a debate about religion, you can defeat them in one aspect, which is that their religion and dharna are not in practical form. So remember, Baba uses this word very beautifully. In Hindi, we say dharam. Dharam means what? Baba says dharam means dharna karna, which means to inculcate. So, what is my swadharam? To be a soul, to be in that consciousness of the soul is my swadharam. And can I inculcate that in my practical form? So, Baba says, you will definitely supersede them. You will be definitely one step ahead in this aspect, which is dharana. So, when you come into a debate about religion, you can defeat them in this one aspect, that is, the religion and dharana are not in a practical form, whereas the proof of your godly knowledge is seen in your practical life. On the one side, there is this debate of religion, and on the other side, the stage of being a practical embodiment of dharana is there. If these two aren't together, then the challenge you issue of your practical life cannot be clearly visible. So it will be like, again, not a sync between my thoughts, words, and actions. So I speak of something very good about Baba's knowledge, so on and so forth, but it's not being shown in my behavior or actions. So that is lacking, and then it is not together. So now, as you continue to move forward, you have to pay attention to this aspect. Which aspect? To have knowledge in a practical way. So let my Gyan become Dharana Swarup. So how will I know I am Gyan Swarup? If I'm able to inculcate those points in my behavior, in my inculcation, in my effort, daily effort. That is to become an embodiment of Dharana, Dharana Swarup, the embodiment of knowledge, Gyan Swarup, and the embodiment of virtues, Gun Swarup. So knowledge and virtues should be visible even now from you images. Nowadays, by discussing things, they are not able to reveal their image. However, through your image, you can make them silent in 1 second. So they may be having a lot of debates and arguments about what is religion, blah, blah, blah. But Baba says you have become the practical form of that. You're an embodiment of that dharana. So you can just, looking at you, you are the image, they can become silent in 1 second. On one hand, you may give a lecture, but on the other hand, you should also be the image in a practical way. Only then will you be successful in the debate of religion. So, yesterday's Vardhan blessing was also all about this, that instead of doing not only seva, serving through Vani, through your voice, speaking about Gyan, become an embodiment, which means Mansa Seva. And that is more powerful and effective. It will be, Baba said, double Seva. So now this is why, just as you make a program for service, so to make a progress in making your own programs. So Baba uses these two words, program and progress. It is essential to do this. The program for the progress of your own effort and of the exchange of the different experiences of your efforts should both be together. So, we all of us, how much am I progressing? I have to sit down with myself and create my own program, and each to his own. Everyone will be number wise, obviously, as Baba always says that. But finally, am I progressing or not? That program, that chart, that checking I have to do for oneself, and each would be different in that. And then Baba says, do that, each one of you, and then exchange the different experiences which you have had of whatever effort you are doing. And there should definitely be a balance between the two. That yes, from yesterday onwards, today I'm better. And this balance is a very subtle balance. When I create this program of my progress, am I able to see the change in myself? And if I'm able to see, then Baba is saying congrats for that. Acha, Om Shanti. So we had a very small Murli, but quite concise and constantly speaking about this complete transformation. So I'll stop sharing here and we'll again take a minute and then start taking your sharing. Yeah, and thank you, Om Bhai. Yes, Safalta ke sitare, the stars of success. So lucky stars, stars of hope and stars of success. Thank you. So you all could start sharing.
Om Shanti. Again, in this Murli, Baba is expecting us to be the embodiment of every virtue, as in yesterday's Abhyakt Murli, that we have to experience and become an embodiment, Swarup. And then only the others will experience from us that those virtues, that we are embodiment. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti, brother. And just to add to that, so that Baba is saying, if suppose the real transformation which is now, and he compares the transformation at the end of every cycle, which is in a descending stage. But this transformation now in the confluence stage is in the ascending stage. So for that, Baba has said, you have to become a practical proof. And yes, that word embodiment, which we were also churning for some days. Yesterday's Murli again, Baba gives the meaning of embodiment. Embodiment is something which is visible, something, if suppose I'm an embodiment of tolerance, I will see tolerance not in some, but I'll see it in everyone. And it is not something which I'll see that sometimes, but I'll see it always. For that, I have to experience each virtue, each power in myself. So before embodiment comes experience. So I have to experience. For that, Baba says, revise and realize and then experience, then only I can become an embodiment. So if I become an embodiment of this, then I can bring about a real fundamental change, transformation, which is needed now. So even yesterday's Murli had touched upon it in this context of transformation, which is what I would like to explore. Om Shanti.
Yes, Manoj bhai. When in today's Murli, the way Baba says that the bombs have been gradually started to be dropped, and what Baba predicted, what he said 50 years ago, we are seeing that. And the angle that you got in today about COVID being again a creation, as we see that things are happening around, means uh, that is also a creation, though it is going towards the end. But till the time that is not going to happen, we are not going to pass the conference age. So if I can say Sarjan ke pehle ka patan, but it's a creative patan that is there. And how we, out of being detached and just being an observer, how we can build up our spiritual immunity to see this through and actually see that, witness this rather than being get impacted by this. So these are a couple of things that I got from today's Murli.
Brother, I just wanted a little more churning on this. It's this concept of time. Baba often says, time is not your creation. You are the creator. Your energy surpasses time. But over here, Baba says, like, you are the clock of time. Like as if I am there and I am moving the the dial of the clock to 12. So sometimes I feel I have to transform, but time is static. It keeps moving. It doesn't wait for you. It just keeps going. So this race between time, or the effort between time and me, I just wanted a little more, some kind of churning on that, even though the concept is clear. But sometimes when am I before time or this time before me,
I think
a
it
kind
is.
of clarity it's supposed to churn.
Yeah, so what I feel is, thank you for getting this point. So time is, when you say before, I must not say before. Time is definitely, we say that time is powerful, but Baba says you are powerful. And there's something called the concept of tipping point. So like of those the first day of golden age, 9 lakh souls, will definitely come on that first day. And once they are ready, the world will tip over, and from confluence, it will just be golden age. Now, am I in that 9 lakh souls who are coming on the first day? That is my effort. So if I'm not there, then I won't be able to come on day one. I won't be that whatever full pass with honors, etc. The garland of the rosary of 808, 16,108. So it all is my effort. And I think rather than being so time conscious, which Baba says all the time, and being conscious about when will the destruction take place and all that, we should just be always more and more focused on our self transformation. Because if I am ready and such 9 lakh souls are ready, time will be forced to change. And that's what Baba says, don't make time your teacher. Who is your teacher? Baba is our teacher. He's the supreme teacher, not the time. But unfortunately, for many of the souls who are not coming on day one of golden age, time becomes the teacher because they are very slack in their effort, as Baba keeps saying. So that's what I feel, that we should not be really looking at the time all the time. It is more of my own effort and my checking that how much am I ready, because time is my creation, Rachna, and I am the Rachta. Okay.
One more point I saw, Manoj Bhai, as Girjaben asked this question and you were answering, that are really everyone striving to come in the golden age? Because if it really matters, then the efforts will be likewise. So when Baba says in this Murli that at present, it is the transformation is not in a natural way. There are efforts that uh, we souls have to take, if I may generalize, in different parameters though. But there are efforts that we need to take. Means that is the level to which we are allowing ourselves to be consumed by Maya. And we have to take efforts. It's not like become a natural sanskar. Means the light is somewhere not lit to that extent that it matters that, oh, I have to be there in the golden age. So I am seeing this uh, disparity, I would say. And the missing link here is that really are all of us really striving to come in the golden age? Or is it that it is okay? Or is it that we have given up somewhere in ourselves that it's okay even if I don't come in the first? It's okay if I don't think so I can come. So this is something that I would like to reflect upon and would invite everyone to reflect upon.
Yeah, so referring to your mind, that's very true, which Baba says, if that one sanskar, for example, whatever sanskar, say getting not even anger, getting irritated or frustrated with the same thing on again and again, if I'm struggling with some sanskar of mine, which means it's not my natural nature still, then definitely Baba says that you will directly come in Treta Yuga. And Baba is very, very ardent about that. He's very specific and he can sometimes be very direct. And in Hindi, we say, agar baan chala rahe ho, for example, another thing, vani ka baan, which means through your voice or through your vani, if you're sort of hurting someone still and this sanskar is still not going, you're not changing, then you'll come in the age of Bandhari direct, which means the directly jump, not even so you just surpass all the 1250 years. You direct enter the first day of the silver age. So we need to, so we all set our own, what do you call the position, and that is from our stage. So whatever is my stage, if it is not becoming my natural nature, accordingly will I set my own arrival at that point of time from the from the Paramdham into that age. So do I want to do it on day one of golden age or day two, day three? Or maybe my effort is still that I have to struggle so much that I'll be coming in the age of struggling, which is the Bandhari Yoga of silver age. So yes, that's what. So we have to really make such an effort that it doesn't look like an effort from my face, from my behavior, from my action. It becomes a natural way. And that's what we all have to work upon.
Thank you, brother. That was very this. So your last part, what you said, it should be natural, because just as the clock moves, it doesn't look for anything one and then it becomes two. It does its job naturally. You know why I always used to have that, and most of the earlier Murlis, Baba used to say, date fix karo, समय को समीप लाओ, are you ready? And then he used to give us these kind of bombs and all. Okay, I'm giving you 6 months time, get ready, put effort and all. So I used to think Baba knows what is going to happen, when it is going to happen. Why is he pushing all these things, date fix karo, ye karo, दादियों से पूछो क्या करना है, special effort? So that time, I always used to compare time and effort and all. And then, really, to be very honest with you, my effort used to be diluted, because something, I don't know whether it was carelessness or laxity or knowing our samay hai, this concept of time always caught me. But that thing, what you said in the end, don't look for the clock, it will do its work. 12 o'clock will come. What have you done within that? Be natural. I think that should be my meaning. Om Shanti.
Yeah, and I would like to share here these 5 or 6 words in Hindi which are very strong and powerful. So, and all of them have some in them. Some actually means similar. When I say some, it is not SOME English, it is sir and mo in Hindi. So, sam banna is actually something called, the meaning is to become like that. So, one is Baba says sampan, sampurna, saman, which is bap saman, समय, समीप and समाप्ति. So all these are so linked that जब हम बाप समान बनेंगे, कैसे पता चलेगा बाप समान बन रहे हैं? जब हम संपन्न और संपूर्ण हैं, complete and perfect form. And those last three are, we are the ones who will be moving the clock forward. Samay ko sameep lana, and that will be the final samapti, which is the total end of the cycle. So it's all in our hands. And Baba keeps telling this again and again. He knows when the time is coming, but Baba says, I'll not tell you when is the last day or last minute or the last moment. But he'll never tell us, because in the drama that is not supposed to be told. It will happen achanak. That is suddenly the clock will turn to 12, and that is the clock happening. But since Baba is so all benevolent and ever Kalyankari, ready for our upliftment, so therefore he is like that supreme teacher and supreme guru who always inspires, motivates us to make effort, despite knowing that we are not meethe bache. He keeps telling us daily, meethe meethe, double meethe, he says, because he's always there to motivate, as a parent as well. Like whoever have kids, you all know, even if your child is not up to the mark, you still always tell him that yes, you are up to the mark, etc., etc. Okay. So yes, thank you for that churning, and I hope if all is good, then we can go ahead and do some meditation. So let's sit back, and I'll again share some music and give you a few thoughts. Let's try to, I think, meditate on this 6 sum which I just mentioned right now. I'll just play some soft music. And bear with me, it'll take around half a minute to start. So let's sit back, relax, take a deep breath in and out. And as we do so, relax your body and let your mind try to be focused today on these 6 points. First is looking at my Sampan and Sampurna stage, a complete and perfect stage. What is it that I need to give up, which is still there in my sanskars, so as to attain that complete and perfect stage? And let me now stop complaining to Baba, because time has now gone very far in the fag end of the completion of cycle. So let me stop complaining and become complete. Next is Bap Saman and Bap Sameep. If I say, yes, I'm very close to Baba, am I really close in virtues, powers to Him? Let me ask myself. And can I, with my Bap Saman stage, get the time close? Samay ko sameep lana. And finally, the Samapti, the closure, the end. Asking myself again that if forget a few days, not even tomorrow, say today was the last day, Samay ki Samapti. Am I ready? So with this little bit of churning, so from today's Murli, let me today take this message home with me. The total transformation, Sampurna Parivartan, visible through my words, actions, behavior, form. When will it be visible? Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Thank you, Baba. Thank you, Manoj Bhai. Thank you, Divine Family. And we take back home as homework, focusing on our own transformation as point of practice from today's Murli, and we meet tomorrow morning at 5 a.m. Have a wonderful day.